Hit and run versus leaving the scene. Have you ever wondered about the difference between a hit and run and leaving the scene of an accident? It might seem like they are two different things, but they are actually quite similar. Both terms describe a situation where a driver is involved in a collision and fails to stop and fulfill their legal responsibilities. Let's break this down to understand it better. A hit and run occurs when a driver causes damage or injury in a collision and then leaves without providing their information or helping anyone involved. This is not just bad manners, it is against the law. Leaving the scene of an accident is the legal term that describes the same action. Regardless of whether the accident only caused property damage or involved injuries, drivers must stop. When a driver stops, they are required to exchange their name, address, vehicle registration, and insurance details with others involved. If someone is injured, they must also provide assistance, which may include calling emergency services. Failing to do any of these things can lead to criminal charges and serious insurance consequences. From an insurance perspective, hit and run incidents can complicate claims. Typically, victims will file claims through their own insurance policies. This is especially true in no-fault insurance states, where compensation is sought from one's own insurer, regardless of who is at fault. Insurance companies often see hit and run drivers as higher risk. This can lead to increased premiums or challenges in obtaining coverage in the future. If the driver who caused the accident cannot be identified because they fled the scene, the victim may need to rely on uninsured motorist coverage or collision coverage if they have it. This is important to know, as it can affect how quickly and easily a victim can get compensation for damages. Legal consequences for hit and run or leaving the scene can vary based on the severity of the accident. If the incident only involves property damage, it may result in misdemeanor charges, fines, and possible jail time. However, if the accident involves injury or death, the penalties can be much harsher, including felony charges, longer jail sentences, and restitution orders. Convictions can also lead to license suspension or revocation, impacting driving records for years to come. It is clear that staying at the scene and exchanging information is essential. It not only complies with legal requirements but also helps facilitate proper insurance claims. In summary, there is no real difference between a hit and run and leaving the scene of an accident. Both actions involve failing to stop and fulfill legal responsibilities after a collision. Understanding this can help you navigate the complexities of insurance claims and legal consequences if you ever find yourself in such a situation.